This video I am going to show you how to select the CT ratio in case of 30 kV metering or 11 kV metering. Then we are talking about a consumer. Okay, for example, let us take the case of one consumer. All right, I will take the case of this for example, this MS Ribhoi Ispat and Rolling. Okay, this consumer take power supply at 33 kV system voltage. All right, he takes supply at this system voltage, and his contract demand is 4000 kVA or 4 MVA. Okay, he takes up the connected load, or the contract demand is 4000 kVA or 4 MVA. All right, and he takes a 33 kV system voltage. So the what is the CT ratio of the 33 kV CTPT unit that we have to select? That is the question. Now, if this is the case, you have to always remember one standard formula, that is P is equal to root 3 VL IL cos 5. This is, if we express in terms of the line parameters, this line is actually either our 30 kV voltage or 11 kV. Okay, depending on the consumer whether it takes power at 30 kV line or 11 kV line. All right, now I will not consider this power factor because the our tariff structure is such that for consumers, for the industrial consumer, we are billing them on the basis of kVA. So that kilowatt, it is actually will not arise. So we will not take this power factor. The power factor issues will not be arising. All right, now we will simply take apparent power is equal to root 3 VL IL. All right, now from this formula, this is when we express in terms of line values. We can also express in terms of phase values, VP, IP, like that. All right, but it is convenient for us to use the first one. All right, now this is the standard formula. Now, for example, this if for this particular consumer, then what is, we already know this is nothing but our contract demand. This is how we choose DCT ratio. All right, now this is the contract demand, and this is root 3, and this is our system voltage, that is 30 kV. Then we will get IL is equal to our contract demand divided by root 3 into VL, which is nothing but our contract demand of 4000 kVA divided by root 3 into 33 kV. And if this is the case, you can use a calculator. You will be getting how much? You will be getting 70 ampere. All right, this is the full load current. This is the scenario where the consumer draws exactly at 4000 kVA. All right, so we will have to take the primary current will have to be, we have to choose. If we have got 70 by 5, because secondary current has to be 5, because our meter is rated at 5 ampere. If we get 50 70, it's fine, but the manufacturers will not make these 70 by 5, 80 by 5, they'll not make. You will have this 50 by 5 is there, 20 by 5 is also there, even 10 by 5 is also there, 10 by 5, 5 by 5 ampere CT ratios are there. And we don't have 60, 70 also we don't have in the market, 80 also we don't have. So we will have to choose a rating which is slightly higher than 70, 90. No, we don't have that in the market, so we'll have to choose 100, which is readily available in the market. All right, so our CT, or the rating of the CTPT unit that we have to choose is 33 kV 100 by 5 ampere. All right, this is the ratio that we have to but now with the smart metering that we have in our system, normally the meter ratio is mostly 100. Okay, that means if we give 63 uh, if we give 63 0.5 volt in the to the meter will read this as 6350 volt. 6000 volt. All right, so this is also how you calculate the if you the mf. Now if this is the case, then suppose ammeter ratio is 100, then the mf or the overall multiplication factor is 33 by 110, because all ammeters will have 110, voltage rating, into 100 by 5 is our CT ratio, into we have to divide it by the meter ratio, which is nothing but 100. So the MF will be 6, how much, 300, then this become 20, 20, it becomes 6, 100, 100, that, okay, 20, it's become 60. All right, so our MF is 60. MF is equal to 60. All right, so this is the MF. All right, so this is how you choose. Actually, I have done an extra work here by giving you the MF also. Otherwise, in this video, my intention is to calculate the CT ratio. What is the CT ratio that I should be installing to a consumer which is giving supply at 30 kV voltage and contract demand is 4000 kVA. All right, now we will take the case of another consumer. Now we take the case of another consumer. Suppose this consumer is SR bio a product something, okay, I forgot the name. And this is also a consumer which has been given supply, he takes power at 33 kV system voltage. Okay, that is, I'm talking about the 33 kV, that is line to line voltage. Every time we talk about 3311 kV, it shall be line to line. All right, by default it is line to line. All right, now this consumer takes power, he takes power from the power distribution company by signing an agreement that you want to take at 200 kVA. All right, now if he takes at this and he has been, one thing also we have to note the transformer size, because for this transformer size has to be above this, whatever agreement that they sign, it has to be, the transformer capacity has to be above this, slightly above this, otherwise it won't be able to supply this much. Okay, the transformer, just to tell you, it is 250 kVA, because I went to the site, I already noted this also. So in this case, what is the CT, the size, or the CT ratio that if you have to select? Of course it has to be 30 kV CTPT unit, but what is the CT ratio that we have to select? So we again have to take this formula, P is equal to root 3 VLIL. So our IL is P by root 3 VL. P is nothing but our contract demand, 200 kVA, and root 3 into VL, which is 33 kV. Now how much, if you use a calculator, how much you are getting? I already calculated this. At 200 given supply at 30 kV, your primary current will be 3.5 ampere. All right, so this much of current will be drawn by the consumer at 30 kV system voltage if he draws at 200 kilowatt, because if he draws more than this also, he will be subjected to section 126, that is excess demand charge. So normally consumers, they restricted their consumption below or equal to this. All right, normally it is below 80% of the contract demand. So okay, if this is the case, we will have to use uh 3.5 or 4 by 5 is not available in the market. All right, we have 5 by 5 ampere CT ratio is available. So our CT ratio that we have to use should be 33 kV. Obviously it has to be 33 by 110. I forgot to mention this, but the secondary has to be 110, and the CT ratio has to be 5 by 5 ampere. Okay, we can use 5. If we use 10 by 5 also fine, but since 5 by 5 is available in the market, so we can simply use this. All right, there is no harm in that. Okay, so if that is the case, if you use 5 by 5, then RMF, because like I said, in most of the cases our meter ratio is 100. So how much you are getting, the MF will be 133 by 110 into 5 by 5 divided by 100, 300, you will, okay, all right, you will, your MF is 3. All right, MF is 3. Okay, so this is how you have chosen the CTPT, the CTPT rating. All right, this is how you choose the CT ratio. In case of the same thing you can do for 11 kV of system voltage also. I've shown you in case of 33 kV, but in case of 11 kV also the same thing you do. The only difference is that you have to take 11 kV instead of 33, and same thing can be done for other system voltages also, whether it's 132 kV, because we have quite few number of 132 kV consumer also in our state. So the same formula will be applicable to all right, the same formula, this formula. So this is quite important, whether a consumer takes at 220 or 400. But normally we don't have till now the those big factories, they take power at either 132, 33, or in most of the cases they take at 11 kV. All right, if the contract demand is so high, for example, there is one consumer, Nalari, they takes their contract demand is about 16 uh, 16 MVA. So it's quite high. I mean, you cannot provide this much amount of power at 30 kV system voltage. It will be too high. RCT ratios will not be selected, will have to be very high. I mean, it's not feasible. We have to provide them at 132 kV system voltage. All right, because one important thing is that the moment we increase the voltage, the current value comes down. All right, so this is how you select the CT ratios. Thank you.